James Mangold recently railed against the dumbing down of movies, and I hope Netflix is listening. In a recent report by N+1 Magazine, we learned that Netflix executives force writers to have characters announce what they're doing so that people who are only half watching can still figure out what's going on. This doesn't surprise me in the least, but it is a little unfortunate to hear. And while director James Mangold didn't address that directly, he did speak recently on the issue of movies being dumbed down. In case you're not aware, Mangold directed Girl Interrupted, Walk the Line, Logan, and most recently A Complete Unknown. And during his recent appearance on the DGA's Director's Cut podcast, he spoke about how mystery and implication through visual storytelling has been taken out of movies as the studios try to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Quote, as the industry has developed, there's kind of a sense of audience members wanting to know things concretely. He explains that if a character loves another character, the studios think that, quote, you're better off if they say I love you because then we know it. It's litigious, it's on the screen, it's verified. He says studios are afraid to only use images to tell the story because they're too ambiguous. He said, quote, and images don't offer a studio the safety of words, which makes it absolutely concrete so that any dim bulb can know that he loves her and it's not just a gaze that the viewer had to not be looking at their phone to pick up on. He laments that movie culture has boiled down to people just wanting plot facts presented on a platter and that studios and audiences see the idea of mystery in a movie as a mistake. Mangold says he's trying to fight back against plot-driven, fact-driven, bullet point hitting storytelling. And then he spoke about making The Wolverine, which is set in Japan. And he said, quote, it opens and you see the Japanese mountains and the Japanese flag and a Japanese prison camp and you see Japanese soldiers. And I had just begun showing it to the studio chairman and he asks, where is he? Where is he? Where are we? And the president next to the chairman says, don't worry, we'll put a subtitle underneath. And I said, no, we fucking aren't. Now let's be quiet and watch the movie. Mangold then went on to say that he hates those on-screen titles that tell you where you are geographically because, quote, what are they really? Do you really not know that's the White House? Those are words with stupid graphics and sound effects to tickle your bottom and make sure you're aware that the movie's still moving and it's not just a shot of an effing building. And because you can tell it's Hong Kong or DC, why do you actually need that? And it's this spoon feeding and and I hate it. So yeah, he got his point across. And really, I hope you're listening, Netflix and every other studio for that matter, and please stop insulting your audience's intelligence.